What's going on? What's going on? I am back in action. How's everybody doing today? I hope everybody's having a good day. I hope everybody's having a great day. You already know what time it is. It's your boy Pico City Brown with another exciting episode of One-on-One Talk. Before we start, I need you guys to do me a favor. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, YouTube channel, go right over here, do it, knock yourself out. Well, I'm sorry. I'm at this Pico City Brown One-on-One Talk, PTSD. Hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. I'm also on TikTok, and I'm also on Instagram. Instagram is Pico38. TikTok is at Pico City, or just Pico City, I think. But yeah, you can follow me on all three of those platforms. I want to thank everybody for watching. I want to thank everybody for participating with the show. I want to thank everybody for the comments. I want to thank everybody for sharing the content, and I want to thank everybody for liking the show. But going back to the likes, be sure to hit that like button. If you want to, feel free to share the post. To share the live to the post. Well, same thing. I hope everybody's having a beautiful day. Well, it's kind of gloomy outside today, but can't always have sunshine. That's just the way it goes. But the thing is, you just got to make the best of it. Rain, sleet, snow, life goes on. So, an interesting topic that popped up, and I saw it on Instagram. Then I did a remix of it. Did the remix, it went smoothly, but I had a lot of positive feedback. But you know how it is. When you have positive feedback, you have negative feedback. So I had both of them, positive and negative. And the question was pretty much, is it okay for a woman to have a kid or have children and not a husband? So that can go any type of way, as a lot of people say. Okay, thing is this. I'm not saying that you can't have a husband or wife and not get married. I'm not saying you can't have a wife and have kids, or have a husband and have kids. You can do what you want to do. I pretty much based it on women because women have children. Men don't have children. So that just pretty much blocks out when somebody can say, well, no, men can't have kids. So that's why I put it. Oh, my bad. Marcus, what's good? Ice, what's good, brother? How you doing, man? So, before I finish, Ice, I thank you for all the likes you do for my show, man. I appreciate that. Marcus, you as well. It's not about getting the husband, have children, and then you might get divorced or separate. You're a single mother. That's not the problem. The problem is this. And when I did the remix on my Instagram, a lot of women was giving me backlash, and a lot of women was saying, well, you know what, Pico, you're right. So it's not that I'm just making this stuff up, but then again, it's common sense. It's common sense whether we like it or not. No, you're supposed to, there's a saying, marry before carry. Before you carry a child, you're supposed to get married. And that is true. That don't go for just women, that goes for men as well. You know, men shouldn't impregnate women if they're not ready to marry that woman. That's fine. It goes with the territory. I get that. And most times I'll ask this question when it comes to the brothers. It's kind of like, sure, why not? You know, hey, we can pretty much do it on our own. I mean, not do it on your own. Hold on a second, my light went out. You can pretty much do it on your own. But I'm not saying it in that way, because a woman can raise a child on her own, but that don't necessarily mean the child will be 100% accurate when it gets out to the real world. That's a whole different story. But back to what I was saying. A lot of women were saying, you know, well, and a lot of guys, of course, because you got to call it down the middle. A lot of guys were saying, hey, if a woman want to have a child without a husband, so be it. One, this isn't the 50s, this is 2023. Okay, that's fine. That's your theory. That's fine. Some women were saying, hey, you know what? It is what it is. Do accidents happen? No, I mean, yeah, accidents happen, but having kids is not an accident. So you can't say it was an accident. Yeah, kid, Dad, you're right. You're right. As kids definitely need their fathers. But when you're having kids, it's not like you can say, well, it was an accident. No, because an accident is something you don't know that's going to happen. I can walk down the street and be walking and trip over something. If I didn't see it, that's an accident. I didn't see it. But if it's something you know that you can prevent, it's not an accident. So no kid is born on an accident. Oh, okay, Marcus. So you did see it. Okay, cool. But no kid is born on an accident. And some women was just going off at him. And I didn't feel like bringing up the comments. But if you guys would like to go check out my my Instagram, you'll see the remix video I did. So they like, hey, things happen. No, things don't just happen. Sex don't just happen. Sex is premeditated. That goes with anybody. There's no such thing as it just happened. No. Sex is premeditated. Kids aren't accidents. If you're having sex with a woman unprotected and hey, look, your pull-out game is weak, there's a good chance she can become pregnant. That's not an accident. Okay? Now, back to what I was saying. No woman in this world should say, I want kids, but I don't want a husband. Those are traits and sign of saying, I'm picking to be a single mother. There's already enough single mothers out in the world that actually never said that. But if you're a woman enough to say that, yeah, I want kids, but I don't want no husband, that means, you know what that means? Two things can come out of that. One, he's going to be your boyfriend. And he's going to be your baby daddy. Two, he's going to be your baby daddy. So you can't outrun it. Should no one want to do that, because you're not supposed to have. See, the perfect example is this. We know the rules as humans. No sex until marriage. The elders pushed this back in the days. No, don't have sex with a woman unless you're ready. Oh, excuse me, unless you're ready to have a child, or unless you're ready to get married. Now, everything is so twisted and turned around now that it's okay to have a child without a husband. That's why you get so many gender reveals and baby showers and stuff like that. Women have a tendency to praise things because they're emotional creatures. So everything that has something to do with a child, they will like. But if you're a woman like most women say they are, you wouldn't participate in none of that stuff because it's wrong. Your daughter went out there, had a child, not even put marriage on the table. But guess what? I'm a proud mother, or I'm happy I have a child now. Oh, mama, you finna be a grandmama. Oh, girl, let's get this stuff ready. You're praising idiocy. The Lord knew exactly what he was doing when he set these rules down for man and woman. He knew exactly what he was doing, because he knew if he didn't say it, one day somebody was going to get up and say, hey, he didn't say that. So my thing is, why? That's Ice, you're absolutely right. That's the end thing now. We don't praise the stuff we need to praise. And if we do praise stuff like this, it's very low. But let a woman say they finna have a baby by a guy they just met. Why would you want to have a baby shower for a dude you met and y'all go y'all separate ways? Why? Nobody can answer that question. But yet at the same time, it is what it is. So I put this topic down on my page. My girlfriend, she said, it's not the way it should be, but that's what happens. And she's absolutely right. It happens, but she's not clarifying that it happens and it's a good thing. She at least she admitted it shouldn't be like that, but it happens. And just because it's like that, you shouldn't praise a woman that's bringing a child to the world and she's not married. You shouldn't do that because that kid's got to grow up without a father, whether we like it or not. I don't care what anybody say. The whole situation is crazy. It's a whole crazy situation. So don't be so quick to pleasurize things that's not supposed to be pleasurized. But a lot of people do it. Why it's like that, man, the world may never know. And so only thing that's doing is okay and giving your daughter to be a single mother. Because as rotten as the deal is, the guy that got you pregnant, he can leave and get another woman. You're stuck with that child. Now you're going to be mad at him. And most women that have children by men, they take it out on the man because the man's not the child's life. The man's not in the woman's life. Because a lot of men will take care of their seed. A lot of men won't. But majority of the time, the attitude and the anger comes in because he didn't want you anymore. I know it hurts, but hey, I'm not here to spare nobody's feelings. So that's where you get baby mama drama from. Not saying that baby daddy drama don't happen, because it do. But men can't get pregnant. So you shouldn't want your daughter to be out there having sex, unprotected sex, and she come home and say, "Mama, I'm pregnant," and the first thing come out your mind is, "Well, baby, we got to get this together. We got to get it together. We got to set up a baby shower or a gender reveal." No. That's why the world is at the shape it is now, because everybody is too freaking emotional. I don't care if it's your daughter. I don't care if it's your mama. You tell people the truth. No. Don't ever have a child out of wedlock. I've did it. A lot of people did it. And I'm not just talking about see, one thing, once again, like I always said, one thing about me is I'm talking to y'all just like I'm talking to myself. But the thing about it, at least I'm man enough to admit I was a fool. You don't hear too many women admitting that they were a fool. You probably never will. Remember the situation I told you guys a couple of months ago about me. I'm using myself an example, and women. I can sit up here on this live and tell you guys every day, Pico got 8 kids. Pico went about it the wrong way. I can say that till I'm blue in the face. During my kids get older, I can say, hey, don't do what I did. Don't know. Get your wife. Do it the right way. Don't do what I did. Don't do what your father did. Don't go out there and have all these different babies by all these women. But if a woman have a child and her daughter grow up and her daughter have a child, a woman will not sit her daughter down and say, you know what? No, let's go back. Growing up, I had you when I was 15, 16, 17, whatever. It was hard as hell. When you go out there in that real world, don't let no man impregnate you. Try your best not to get pregnant. As a matter of fact, don't even have sex. Because if you have sex, you're going to get pregnant. There's a 99.9 chance. No, that's too big. There's a 50% chance that man will leave and you stuck with that baby on your own. Now, it's a difference if a man leave and still take care of his kid. You ain't got nothing to worry about. Then the man leaves and he said, to hell with you and the baby. Now you got something to worry about. I've yet haven't heard a woman tell their kids, don't do what mama did, baby. Don't do that. I had y'all all out of wedlock. Don't do that. But the women teach their kids, well, their daughters, get your man with this, get your man with that, blah, blah, this, that, and the other. And that's not the way to go. Yeah, there you go, Ice. Everybody doing it right, bro, without birth control. Everybody. So this is the outcome you get. And it's like each one teach one, monkey see, monkey do, the blind leading the blind. Now, if she say something like that, look at all the inspiration she get back. Nobody told her, hey, that's not the way to go. But see, the beauty about that show was it was 3 women. The guests, you had 3 women guests, and the host was a woman. Yeah, she was. And when old girl said that, what she said, the host got on her. Like, dude, that's not the way to go. You don't do that until you get a husband. Yeah. I mean, I want kids. I love kids. I want kids, but I don't want no husband. So that means you just want to go get knocked up. And if he leave, that's, hey, guess what? Ain't nothing you can say because all you want to have to deal was a baby. I said to feel good. Yeah, I just be honest. Look, that's why I appreciate him because he's telling the truth. Use protection. Because unwanted kids, you can't push them back up there once they're out. Can't none of us do that. So, is everybody to their own devices? I would, if I was a woman in the same state of mind I'm in now, I probably would say the same thing. Like, I don't want no babies unless I'm married. No, I don't. If I was a woman, but I'm not a woman. So I can't say that because I'm a guy. And even if by me being a guy, if the responsibility was up to me and only me, the outcome probably would have been different in the life that the life I lived a long time ago. So stop telling your kids it's okay to have a baby at a young age. No, scratch that. Stop telling grown-ups it's okay to have a baby, even if you're grown. And a lot of people say, well, he grown or she grown now. But see, you see how that trumps. Oh, I'm sorry. You see how that trumps husband and wife? That's out the picture. First thing she is showing the signs of straight selfishness. Oh man, Marcus, exactly, man. What are you doing is this. You might as well put a crown on your knees so they can duke you in as a single mother. You're begging to be a single mother. So if you look at it, and if people think like that, you're asking to be a single mother. You see how much logic makes sense when you have nowhere to turn or run from it? Simple. Just like me, like I said before, just like me going into a bank and robbing a bank. I'm asking to go to jail. It's the same thing. But for some strange reason, people jump over that. I didn't ask to be a single mama. Yeah, you did ask to be a single mama if you're not pushing marriage upon this person. Yes, you asking to be a single mother if you saying, hey, you know what? No sex before marriage. Now, guess what? There's a flip to that. No sex before marriage. You get married, y'all have sex, you have a baby, he go his separate ways. At least you were married and you had a husband, you had a baby by your husband. Even if he divorced you, y'all split up, you still had a baby by your husband. You see how different that sounds than I met up with a dude, we was never married. Sometimes we was together, sometimes we wasn't, but we actually not together, and I had sex by him and he go find another girl. See the difference? See how much sense that makes? But people want to sugarcoat things. And then when I did the remix, it was a sister. I can't remember her name. It was a sister up saying, well, hey, everybody don't know the Bible. It don't take the Bible to make common sense that you're not supposed to have a child without being married. That's not common sense. I mean that's common sense. Your parents taught you that. Life taught you that. So it's just crazy how sometimes how feeble-minded a person mind can be. Because most women don't like to accept accountability. God darn you, if you're wrong, you're wrong. Just as easy as that. Yep, I had a baby at a young age. My daughter's at an age now where she's getting attention. Guess what? Now it's your time to sit down and talk to your daughter. Don't sit down and talk to your daughter and say, well, if you're having sex, I don't want you to have sex, but get protection. That's fine and dandy. But tell her the important part. Don't go out there and have no babies by no man that don't want to be your husband. You get married first. Then you have all the kids you want. They skip over all that and just throw in the part about birth control. So guess what? You can't blame the kids all the time. Some of these mothers are screwed up too. Because I grew up around the guys with a lot of single mothers in the house. And those guys were weak as water. Yeah. Not saying all of them. A lot of them grew up and made it. They got their own lives. But a lot of these guys, they wear their hearts on their sleeves. And those are the guys that say, well, you shouldn't be able to tell a woman what to do. It's 2023. Times change. Yeah, times change. But guess what? Rules don't, those rules, those human rules, they don't change. Human rules never change. Real human rules I'm talking about. They never change. You don't have to believe in God to say, hey, no children out of wedlock. That's common sense. It's common sense. It's written on the freaking wall. So why put God in this? Because you know why you can't put God in it? Because one, if you do put him in it, that's biblical. That's what he say goes. Even if you don't put him in it and you never heard that, it's common sense. Because TV will teach you. Anything will teach you. You heard somebody say, well, I had kids before marriage. That was a dumb thing to do. Ta-da. There you go. Freaking easy. What was that, Marcus? A real woman with a sound mind would not give that woman in the video any kind of attention. Exactly. And she was dead freaking serious. She was dead serious. So why is that? And then at the end of the video, she said, well, you know, I wouldn't mind. It's too late. You can't go back because the only reason you probably said that, I'm not saying she said it as a fact. Only reason she probably said that because she got caught saying what she said. And the host was like, no, baby, that don't even make sense. The same way that host was to those three ladies should be the same way your mothers are to your daughters. But this is what happened when you get the friend thing going on with your kids. I don't want to hurt their feelings. Nope, I'm hurting my kids' feelings. All of them, from the males to the females. I'm hurting all their feelings because guess what? One day they might just thank me for it. My son right now, he's 24 years old. He ain't got one child. And you know what he tells me from time to time? Dad, I thank you for raising me the way you did because if I didn't know any better, I would have children. My daughter got a child. And she still said, you know what, I wish I would have listened to you. But I'm the bad guy. Somebody help me explain that. I'm not trying to hurt nobody's feelings. I'm not trying to hurt single mothers' feelings. If you're dead and you're doing this, I'm not trying to hurt your feelings. But there's a way you go about doing things. You can't say, well, the things have changed. No. Biblically, and that's the only thing we're supposed to go by, you are supposed to have a husband. And then it gets to the point when you know when you back somebody up in the corner and they ain't got nothing to say, they just start saying stupid stuff. It's like, well, what if a guy grape you? We all know that happens. That's something you can't control. I'm talking about something you can control. You can control every day or every night who lays in your bed. You can control that algorithm. I can control it. You can control it. So it's pretty much a mute situation. And you wonder why there's so many single mothers in the world. Hell, half of the women today, they don't even want boyfriends, or they don't even want husbands. No, this is the first time this happened. As a matter of fact, this video is, I think it's a couple of years old. But look at all the new videos for 2023. I don't want a husband. What I want a husband for? No, no. Just give me a baby, and I'm fine. How did it get like this? How? I don't know. And it's not going to get any better. That's the hard part is it's not going to get any better because people are coming into this earth every day. Yeah, ICE, man. Woo. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. So I'm pretty much going to stick with the good side than the bad side. So don't get hurt or dismayed if somebody say, well, you wanted to be a single mama. I didn't want to be a single mama. I didn't ask for this. You pretty much ask for stuff like that when you say you want a child, but not a husband. Notice I said husband, not a boyfriend. Marry, then carry. Although it is the other way around now, but people really don't care because pregnancy is pregnancy is a beautiful thing, but now it's a beautiful thing with or without the I do. Well, how did it come to this? How did it come to this? Because us as a black race, we accept all type of foolishness, whether we like it or not. Come on, man. Take a look at these freaking baby showers. Look at these freaking gender reveals. They look like $1 million weddings. I guess we'll learn one day. So, it is what it is, people. It is what it is. So, I don't know, man. Maybe y'all can help me with it, but for some strange reason, somebody think this stuff is cool. Somebody think it's cool. Even if you do get pregnant without a husband, guess what? At least you didn't say, I want to have a baby, but I don't want a husband. Or I want to have a baby, but I don't want a wife. And you pretty much don't hear most men say that. I'm not saying that they don't say it, but you don't hear it. You don't hear it as much, but you hear a whole lot of women saying, I just want a baby. I want a husband. I don't want that work, but you want the work. So it is what it is, people. I mean, I can't sit and make this up. And why is this so acceptable in the black community? Why? Because somewhere down the line, somebody's teaching wrong. Somebody mama taught them something bogus. No. You're supposed to tell your children, if you're a woman, you have kids, baby, look ahead you at a young age. Don't do what I did. Don't go out there and get pregnant by some guy and there's a good chance he's going to leave because he's not your husband. And a lot of people say, well, suppose he is your husband and he leave. At least you had a baby by your husband. I'm not saying the leaving part is good or legit. That sucks too. But at least you had a baby by your husband. You can say, you know what? I got 2 kids. They from 2 different guys. No, we were married when we got these kids. Then there's nothing nobody can do. You'd be surprised how many women don't want to be married anymore. You'd be surprised how many men don't want to be married anymore. Men not wanting women as wives and women not wanting men as husbands are 2 different things now. Men don't get married because they fear they can lose everything now. And you can't blame them. You can't. You can't blame them. So it's always a big fear thing. You got alimony, you got child support, you got everything that's turned against you. So no. I'm sorry. If anybody watched this live later on, anyone will watch this live, I'm sorry, but I'm just gonna tell you guys the truth. Stop saying stupid stuff because it don't make sense. And then when you say stuff like that, your daughters will grow up thinking the same thing you do. Then you got a problem on your hands. Let that be a lesson for everybody. I want to thank everybody for listening today. Today was a great show today. I mean, this by far, I have to say this show was probably one of my favorites. Not the best, just one of my favorites. Ice, appreciate you for watching, man. Marcus, appreciate you for watching. Tanisha, thank you for watching. Thank you for watching. Feel free. Well, what's that? They want an intellect kid, not the person having your kid. Wow. Yeah. Wow. Bear. Oof. Wow. Ice. That's deep, bro. That's deep as hell. Wow. That's so deep, man. That is so deep. What he just said right there. Ooh. That's something. Marv, what's going on, man? Ice, I appreciate that one, man. That's something, man. That is something. And guess whose fault it is? You going out there having baby by no good people. That's your fault. It's your fault. You know the guy's a deadbeat. You know the guy's a bum. You go out there and you still have sex with him unprotected, and I'm pregnant. He like, man, that's your baby. Then you want to get mad at him. Having babies, all the women out there, having babies by a man is not going to make that man become a man. It don't work like that. Well, if I have his child, he going to step up to do what he want to do. No, he got to make that decision. You just going to be looking stupid. He got to make that decision, not you. It's not your decision to make. It's not. You can't make a man be a man. You just can't do that. And Ice, that's another good talk. I'm thankful I didn't have to do it alone. There you go. There you go. Mr. Rowe. There you go. And Ice, you hit it on the head because there's a lot of topics out about that. Some women just have babies for the government system. They get more link. They get child support. That's what they do. But little that they know, they're throwing their life away. But once again, this is the things that nobody want to talk about. Because money is everything. I don't care what nobody say. Money plays a big part. And those are some of the reasons why a lot of men don't want to get married, because women are taking these men money and they're taking it by the truck freaking loads. So how should he live? I don't care how he live. I was watching a podcast and I was supposed to close the show out, but I'm going to keep going a little bit longer. I was watching a podcast and a woman was talking about her taxes. She was saying, if a man get taxes, she should get some of his taxes if the child live with her. That's fine. But if she get taxes, tax money, and the child live with the father, she shouldn't give him the money because he's a man. He's supposed to provide. Now, how backwards is that? But this is the world that we live in, man. We have to live in this cold, cruelest world. Where do you get this providing thing from? But I can't blame women, because you got a lot of soft dudes out there that provide for women. These are the men that pay their bills, not your wife. Pay their bills, your girlfriend, or maybe not even be your girlfriend, just somebody you messing around with. Pay all their bills, give them money, Fly them out on these expensive vacations and stuff and give them anything they want. And she's not even your wife. I don't use girlfriend because wife trumps girlfriend. Now, and then when that don't work out, they go to the next guy. But guess what? That seed already been planted. That seed's been planted. So now they're used to this. That's why a woman can say, I don't date no broke nigga. Remember a couple of weeks ago, or was it a week ago, when the lady said about I can't remember the whole thing about the bus driving thing. She said, would you date a bus driver? She turned around and said, he got to own the bus. There was this show years ago. It was called The Honeymooners. He was a bus driver. Did he own the bus? No. Him and his wife, they lived in that apartment. They got along just fine. Although he would bang zoom right to the moon, Alice. But the show was great. That's a prime example right there. What happened? Why did all of a sudden it became about money? What happened? Everybody's not going to make six figures. Everybody's not going to own a freaking CTA company. And see, and the funny part is, it's always the opposite sex. It's always opposite sex. You don't see guys making making shows and podcasts and stuff saying, well, if I want to date a woman, she got to have 4 or 5 jobs. She got to have 2 homes. These are women demands for dating. That's why men really much don't date anymore. But then people turn around and say, oh, he must like men. No, he like his money. He like his freedom. That's what he like. So it's pretty much a mute situation. And it wasn't like this. Back in the days, it wasn't. I'm not saying it wasn't in the world, but it wasn't as bad as it is. You can't even take a woman out without her trying to get you to go to the highest freaking restaurant. The girl told the guy, hey, you want to take me out? We got to go to the steakhouse. Those places are like $500. That's what I want. If you want some of this, you got to give me some of that. He looked at home like, you must be out your damn mind. Left her there. Like any smart man would do. Leave him at the altar. How did it get to this? What happened to taking a walk on the park, having a picnic, go somewhere that's affordable? What's wrong with that? Nobody wants that. Well, I'm not going to say nobody, but very few women want that now. Very few. It's just sad, man. It's just sad. It is so sad. So the guys are finally waking up and putting 2 and 2 together like, hey, wait a minute. I got to do all this? Pay your bills, get your hair done, get your nails done, take care of the kids that's not even mine. I got to do all this, and all you giving me is what? Sex? Bro, guess what? Brothers evolved overnight. So guys are looking like, no, I got to do all this, and all you're going to do is No. No. That's not going to happen. If you're my wife, that's a different story. I'm supposed to take care of my wife. But these girlfriends want wife duties. They do. My mother always told me, if you're going to date a woman, whatever she do in their relationship, there's a good chance she's going to do it when you're married. So if you're dating an idiot, you put that ring on her finger, she's just going to be an idiot with a ring. He's going to be an idiot with a ring. It's pretty much simple. What was that, cuz? And your point is what leads them to being scorned. And guess what? It's their own fault. It's always their fault. But most women don't like to take accountability. And I wish it was more women on here because they don't like to take accountability. Shouldn't no child be born in this world that wasn't meant, that they didn't have a husband Should no child be born in this world and a woman get praised for it? I don't care what nobody say. It can be my own freaking daughter. I'm not praising anything. Because if you give them that, they'll think it's okay. No. Where's the husband at? Where is he? And then when you meet him, he say stuff like, she don't want to marry me anyway. What are you supposed to think? But then again, at the same time, men always been labeled that we are bad. All men are dogs. No, this is 2023. Men turned to puppies. Now the women are dogs. And then they turn around and say, hey, this and that and women have woke up. No, ain't no fun and you going around sleeping around with all these women, with all these guys, just like women sleep around women. Ain't no fun in that. First of all, it's unprofessional. It's not ladylike. Oh, that's my cousin. Hey, cuz. No, it's not about woman bashing. It's about common sense. But this is what happened when you hear things the way you want to hear it. Just because you're my cousin, I don't go light on you neither. It's not woman bashing. It's simply, if you would have, I don't know if you read it or not. The show is simply about, should you have a child before you get married? And you just come in here like you crazy. Now, I ain't got no love for nobody. So the hell with you? No, I'm just playing. You know I'm just messing with you, girl. Look at boy, this laughing to go up. No, that's my cousin. I have respect for all my family. It's good to see you on here, though. It's not only men following their sex organ. Ice, I don't know what that means. But no, I'm not bashing women. I'm just saying it's okay to have a husband before you have babies. That's what I'm saying. Men control relationships, women control sex. So, you know what? I'm so happy. This live is still going on, but I had to stop and redo it like 2-3 times because it's cloudy as heck out here. So I don't want to take that chance and hit that add button and that's going to add somebody else and everything will freeze up. So I done did this thing like 3 times. So I'm hoping and praying, and y'all pray with me, that this live go on for just a little bit more. Cuz I would love to invite you, but I'm scared to take that chance because my internet's not even blinking right now. But yeah, of course, cuz. But no, I'm sorry. It was I was saying to my cousin, I really do, but I'm checking my internet and it supposed to stay white, but it's flashing like red and stuff, and now it turns back white. And you know how that is. If I add you, that's more. Well, you know how it goes. So I'm not trying to avoid you because you already know you always can get on here. It's my cousin. I love you, Cuzzo. I love you too, Glover. You know how it is. But anyway, as I was saying, we as a black race need to wake up. If you don't want to have no babies, stop letting these guys have sex with you unprotected. Stand your ground. Nope. You could be fine as wine, homie. You can look like my father used to say, you can look like Ray Parker Jr., which was that's like a real old saying. But no, don't bring no babies into this world and he's not your husband. And don't get me wrong, I know things happen. I know they do. But it's too much of the same thing happening. You want to lay up there with a Pookie and Ray Ray and get knocked up and he ain't got nothing to do with you. You can't get mad at him. You knew he was a Pookie and Ray Ray before you slept with him. You knew he was. Just like if I'm messing around with women and they're Thought City and that's all they do is shaking their butts and wearing little bitty tight clothes and having all these guys around. They say, I got 500 guys and they're all my friend. And I'll have sex with them and I get them pregnant. It's my fault that child's going to come out and be just like the mama. It's my fault because I knew better. So if I can say that, y'all can say it too. I know, right? Billy D. Well, you know, back in the days, Ray Parker Jr., Billy D. Williams, those was the men. Everybody wanted them Ray Parker, Billy D. So it's not about pointing fingers. It's about telling these young ladies the truth. That's what it's about. I was talking to this young lady. It was at work. I was talking to this white girl, actually. And she told me she don't have any kids. She said she want to get her education because her mother told her not to go out there and have kids at a young age until you get married. Don't be like me. I had you out of wedlock. 4 years later, me and your dad got back together. We got married. They're married ever since. She said they was married for 50 something years now. But how many women tell their daughters that? I hear a lot of fathers tell their kids, man, don't be like me. Daddy was a piece of crap. He was a piece of crap. He was a no good this. He did this. You don't hear women say that because all women have to paint this picture of being gorgeous. And I'm not talking about looks just perfect in the eye of the beholder. No, I don't do that. I don't do this. Then you're sleeping around with all these men and you say, guess what? I want Pico's the handsome one. That's my baby daddy. Then we go to court and they say, when it comes to such and such, Pico, you ain't the father. Then you want to break down and cry. For what? You know what you was out there doing. You know what you was out there doing, just like I know what I was out there doing. See, the thing about it is, you go take a paternity test, they can't say, Pico, Judge, that ain't my baby. And that actually is, I can't say that. But a woman can say that. Until D-Day comes, you come to find out it's not yours. And what pisses men off more when they have to take a kid that really, really don't belong to them. That's what makes them mad. In most cases, when men do find out that they're not the father, the mother really don't care. She don't care. Do you know who the father is? Well, yes, Judge. Well, yes, I do. I just talked to him before I came to court. So if you talked to him before you came to court, why the hell am I here? And then guess what? Somebody called a water company, hit the button, and here come the waterworks. I didn't know I was just... No, you know what you was doing. Were you crying when y'all was doing it? Was you crying and say, well, I don't know. I don't understand. No. Be honest about the things you do. That's all I'm saying. If you got a guy at home or if you got a husband at home and you're cheating on him and you go to the doctor and like, I don't feel good. And he said, oh, you're 2 weeks pregnant. And you know you're sleeping with that man unprotected and you're sleeping with your husband or your boyfriend unprotected. It's your duty as a woman to go and tell that man, hey, guess what? We need to talk. You might not like what I'm about to say, but I'm going to tell you anyway. I'm pregnant. Oh, man, baby, congratulations. Don't thank me just yet. I'm sleeping around with you. I'm sleeping around on you. I don't use protection with him, and I don't use protection with you. Know I don't use protection with you. So there's a 50-50 chance it could be yours or it could be his. That's what a real woman would do. A real woman ain't going to say, well, I'm going to go get an abortion. And I ain't gonna tell him. That's a coward. By all rights, that's your husband. Remember, no secrets. Tell him. The reason why you don't tell him, because you're not gonna like the outcome. He might leave you. So what you do? Your pride turns to shame and you say, I can't tell him. So what am I gonna do? I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna leave the other guy alone, maybe. Now I got to fix it up and dress it up and get him to believe that this is his child. But sometimes the Lord do work in mysterious ways. He might not know, but the man upstairs know. And then from out of some strange reason, he finds out. Or the guy might call him and talk to him, bro, look. I'm sleeping with your wife too, homie. Okay. Yeah, whatever. She told me the baby was yours. Just, okay, so man, let's go get a DNA test and the baby come out to be his. What do you think that man is supposed to do? Oh, baby, it's okay. I forgive you. No. No. I'm not saying he shouldn't forgive you in time, because time heals all wounds. But no, you were wrong. But this is the stuff that nobody's going to tell people. See, the thing about me, I have no respect to person. I don't care who feelings I hurt. If I'm telling the truth, just like if somebody hurt my feelings, I don't care about my feelings getting hurt, because right is right. Okay, man, you know what, bam, that was me. You know how many times I got chewed out from my parents, my brothers, my sisters, my friends, when I had all these kids? I didn't say, yo, I hate y'all. No, I was like, you know what, Pops, you're right. Hurt like hell. Hurt me so bad that I'm 6'4". I felt like I was 2 feet tall. But I needed that. I needed it. And I thank him and my mother for it, because my mother was just as worse as he was. She took no prisoners. None. She didn't say, well, you know what, Nelson, be a little bit. Nuh-uh. She like, dude, when he finished, I'm going to cuss you out too. Not cussing out in profanity, because they were church people. Y'all know what I'm talking about. My mother would boy, you a damn fool. You up here with all these kids. You don't even make money to take care of these kids, you stupid self. I didn't say, what? You ain't got to be so mean. She was right. That's why I'm the way I am today, because when you're wrong, man. I'm not trying to sugarcoat anything. The world is so hell-bent on spare her feelings. Spare his feelings. Oh, it's okay. No, it's not okay, because in 9 months, the time is ticking. That baby's going to be here. And he can say, okay, so then what you gonna do? How that obsession turns love to anger. Thanks, cuz. I mean, look, cuz anybody know me, you do. I'm not finna stand for none of it. And this isn't a stab at women. Hell, this ain't a stab at men. If you're wrong, you're wrong. I'll tell it to my own freaking wife. If you're wrong, you're wrong. I'm not taking no sides. Never did, never will. Now, if you're right, ain't nothing I can say, but you know what, baby? I'm sorry, but you're right. You're right. You are absolutely right. And I should have the same energy with you. If I come to you with a problem and I know you're wrong, you can't say, well, yeah, but you know what, baby, you know what, you're right. That was me. That was my fault. I dropped the ball. Let's get on track and make this better. But no, everybody wants to be sugarcoated now. She's right. You wrong. You have to take the wrong even when you're right. No. That ain't never going to happen. Not in Pico City. Never. Cause he said the mothers of today weren't taught the mothers of today weren't taught to confess their faults to their children. Thank you. Thank you, because in their eyes, they think they did nothing wrong. Look, I'm a single mother. I went out, we had sex with this guy and we broke up. Guess what? That was on you. That was on you. Just like it was on me. But see, I can confront my demons, and me and all my demons are cool with each other. And I know that sounds funny, but they don't step out of line. I don't step out of line, because I'm not a saint. I'm just as sinful as the next man, but I'm a dang on sinner with some sense. I know if I go up and pick an apple off an apple tree, it's going to be an apple. It's common sense. It's just sad, man. It's just so sad. And it's to the point now where I don't care about women excuses anymore, because I've been there. I've done that. So you can't run nothing past me. Well, no, you wanted that to happen. You liked him so much that you had sex with him unprotected. Be a woman about it. Yep, I wanted to do it. I wanted to feel the whole thing. Bam. Not saying that it's his fault too, because he know better than to strap up, but men take accountability way better than women do. Because like I said, women got to paint that image. They're like Mother Mary in man's eyes. Nope. Your crap stink just like man do. It's the same thing. So nobody gets no love over here. If you're doing wrong, you ain't gonna get no love. Now we can talk about it like a man, we can talk about it like a woman, but I'm not gonna pacify anybody. The last child I had, she's not even a baby anymore. No. Grown men and women, start taking accountability for the things you do. You might live better. You might live better. And I don't need to do a podcast about a woman no more in my life. Y'all make y'all own podcast. Y'all make y'all own dreams a reality and reality come true. I ain't got to do nothing. I don't. You don't believe me? Go to YouTube. You don't believe me? Go to TikTok. You don't believe me? Go to Instagram. Stories of I ain't never got to plug up another mic in my life. I ain't got to plug up another mic in my life. But guess what? One day somebody will say, you know what? That's the same thing Pico was saying. Simple. I'm not a bad guy. I'm just a guy that don't like bad things. That's all. I was never a bad guy like that. So, women, guess what? It's about the time to take account. Y'all want everything else? Want some accountability. Want it. Live with it. Let it burn in your soul like an unwanted commodity. That's what you do. And like my cousin just said, you'll live better. And Ice just said he would love to see that. So somewhere down the line, somebody know I'm telling the truth. And this ain't picking on women. Women been like this for years. For years. Nope. I ain't doing it. I ain't doing it. I'm a mama. I take care of my kids. I'm a proud single mother. There's no such thing as a proud single mother. If you're a woman that's taking care of your kids, guess what you are? A proud woman that's doing her damn job. That's what you're doing. You're doing your job. Just like women turn around and say, well, you're a man. You should give them your kids. You're supposed to do it. You're supposed to do it too. Simple. So enough of the proud single mother stuff. No. First of all, there's no such thing as a proud single mother because nobody single wants to be proud. You're single. Unless you're just out there on planet X and freaking well. That's the I don't need a man syndrome, but that's a whole nother story. Either you're going to do right or you're not. Or you're not. So the choice is yours, ladies. And if you think for 1 second that I'm up here trying to down you, that's never going to happen. Or that I'm hate you or being a misogynist, that's never going to happen. If I was a misogynist, I wouldn't have a girlfriend. I would hate all my daughters. I would hate all my sisters. Because a misogynist is somebody that hates women. I don't hate anybody. All I do is tell people the truth. Just like I tell guys the truth. The same thing. Same thing. But then again, there's always a loophole. Somebody will get on here and say, yeah, but you talk about women more. You know why I talk about women more? Because women are outdoing guys now. Take a freaking look at the world. I can get up here all day and say, brother, take care of your kids. Brother, stop shooting each other. Brother, stop beating these women. That'll be 3 podcasts or 4 for the rest of my life. People gonna get tired of hearing that. Okay, but what about the women? Women are outdoing the men now. If you haven't noticed it, and if you notice it, and you ain't saying nothing, guess what? It's not your fight. But you know I'm telling the truth. So now it gets to the point where women have these podcasts and they're talking about other women. But by me being a guy, I'm not ordained to say this. I'm ordained to say it more than women do because I'm a man. I date women. You see how easy that is? You should want to hear me before you hear anybody else because I'm going to tell you the flat out truth because I don't use shows with my emotions or feelings in it. Listen to these men. It don't hurt to sit down and listen sometimes. But you don't. And then when a man says something, you ain't got to say it like that. Blah, 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 blah. No, just shut up and listen. Listen for a second. You might learn something.
Nobody's going to make you do that because it's not in your heart to do it.
Just like I said before. The biblical scripture. I'd rather live in a corner of a roof than to live in a house with an argumentative woman. Now that's low. But then again, that speaks so many languages. So y'all can say what y'all want to say. I'm still going to be me because that's just the way I am. If you think I'm talking about you, hey, guess what? Go to somebody else's page. Simple. I don't praise women because there's nothing to praise. Nothing. Some of them get it right. And sometimes, actually, this isn't about everyone because you do have good women out there. But you know y'all women got some crazy damn friends. Y'all know that. So shall it is written, so shall it is done. Look in the mirror, there you go. You know y'all crazy. Hell, some of y'all crazy. Y'all think guys just be making this up? Oh no. Every guy say I'm crazy. Remember the story I told you guys about a woman or a man, all sweet in the pod. If a woman and a man is in a relationship, and out of all their lives from 16 to 50, they had, I'll just say, 7 relationships, both sides. And all 7 of those relationships went bad over the same thing. And you ask them what happened. And they say, he ain't nothing. He ain't this. It's not them. It's you. What are you doing wrong? Because in your eyes, everybody's going to be bad because you think you're doing things right and you're actually not. Oh, girl, it ain't work out. He was this. He was that. The next man. It ain't work out. He was this. He was that. The next woman. She didn't work out. She was this. She was that. It's you, man. It's you, woman. Sit down and think about it. The crazy of the best love. This is your boy. He's really, man. Many good women out there, but they listen to many women that don't deserve listening to. That you know what? That's a perfect way to say it. There's a lot of good women out here, but the women that they listen to are bad examples. They're bad examples. Just like it's a lot of good men out here, but they listen to these no good niggas, they're bad examples. This is your boy Pico City, man. I thank everybody for listening. Hey, if you haven't done it already, newcomers, please do me a favor. Go to YouTube, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell at Pico the City. Pico the City 101 Talk PTSD. You can also follow me on Instagram. You can also follow me on TikTok. My Instagram is Pico38. My TikTok is Pico City. And without any further ado, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate all the comments. I appreciate all the feedback. Cousins, I appreciate you guys. Ice, you my man. I appreciate you, brother. Marcus, hats off to you all the time. I think I said Ice already. Miss DeRoe, Aisha was up here. Rona, I saw you, my cousin. I love you, sweetie. Feel free to share the content. Hit that like button. Hit that like button, guys. And everybody that watched the show, to do me a favor, hit that like button and tell a friend you know a guy with a podcast. He's a crazy guy. Sometimes he talk crazy. Sometimes he spit facts. Without any further ado, I'm going to close the show out just saying, take care of yourself, take care of each other. Black woman respect the black man. Black man respect the black woman, because we can't make this on our own. We have to love each other. Thanks, Cuzzo. I appreciate it, man. This is your boy Pico the City Brown signing off, saying see you guys tomorrow. But no, my girlfriend moving tomorrow, so I'll probably see you guys Sunday with another exciting topic. If I do something tomorrow, I would definitely let you guys know. I'm out of here saying take care of yourself and each other.